Okay, welcome. Hope that you're able to join us today for this intermediate band class. And what we're going to do is you've got 60 seconds as you start logging on here to get your red book intermediate band. We're going to start in the red book today. You got a red book and a pencil and your instrument. So you need red book, your pencil, and an instrument today for intermediate band class. Red book, your instrument, and a pencil. We're going to do a couple fun things today. I think you're going to enjoy them. So you've got 60 seconds to get those things, and then we'll start playing, and if it takes you a little bit longer, that's okay. You catch up when you can. Red book, your instrument, and a pencil, because you're going to want to jot a couple things down today. So 55 seconds you've got left. Today I'm recording on my own. I bought a tripod. I've got things set up, so I don't have anybody who's off to the side seeing some of those comments, so I can't see the comments right now and can't help with anything. But if you leave a comment and you need something, what were you saying about measure 17? How do I do that? I'll be happy to come back later and assist with some of those. So say hello in the comments, say where you're from. But during these 45 seconds we've got left, grab your instrument, grab your red book, and grab a pencil. Let me play a little bit while we're waiting. 40 seconds. This is an honor band favorite. Seconds, red book, instrument, and a pencil. Have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Trombone's favorite part. 20 seconds. 15 seconds, red book and instrument. Somebody to lean on. Call me, email me, text me. We're in quarantine. 5 seconds left. Red book, instrument, and a pencil if you're here joining us for intermediate band. Jot down a quick note about where you're from or what instrument you play so other people can see that. And then I'm sure we'll have other people joining us. A lot of people have classes at 1 o'clock, and so they come back and watch these later. So we'll do what we can right now, and we'll get moving. Page 39 is where we're going to start intermediate band. At 12 o'clock today, and on Fridays, we do our beginner band sessions. So we started on page 6. We looked at those first couple notes that we know. For intermediate band, I want us to start a little differently. Page 39 in your red book. And we're going to start with these long, deep held out notes, but we're going to do a couple different ones than we did in our beginner band class. So look at 4A. Red book, page 39, number 4A, right at the top of the page. Huge, deep breaths with these slurs connecting two notes. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. New note. 2, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Off. Last note. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Off. Good. This time I want to do it with a metronome. We need to get that metronome, that doctor beat in our ear. Some band students will tap their foot. That's really helpful. But no matter what, we want it ingrained in us because everything we play has to be locked into the metronome beat so we sound right together. Boom, locked in. Here we go, 4A, one more time. Hope your instrument's ready. We are in the red book, page 39, number 4A, top of the page. 1, 2, deep breaths. 1, 2, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off. New note. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last note. Ready. 1, 2. page 39. We have half note, half note, half note. Let's slow down that Dr. Beat just a little bit. 1, 2, 12A. 1, 2, ready. Half note, half note, half note, off. Half note, 1, 2, off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, off. So my guess in your playing, I can't hear you playing right now. I hope that you are. My guess is that right here at the beginning, we're probably not taking enough breath. We talked in beginner band today about making excuses. Sometimes there's really great excuses, like, well, I just picked up my instrument. I haven't looked at it in a couple of days, so it's been a while. All right, that's a good excuse. I have allergies. I can't hold out the note. That's a pretty good excuse. You know, you don't want to force anything to make yourself get sick. There's lots of things we could say. A lot of times we leave out one of them that we are usually saying to ourselves. Well, I don't want to try that hard. That's an excuse that we give ourselves, that I give myself in things. And in band, we're not just learning music. We're learning how to learn something new, how to better ourselves and bring excellence to everything. So let's assume that maybe our excuse is not as simple as, well, I'm a flute and I can't hold it out as long as everybody else. That's true. Flute takes more air, but that doesn't mean that we give up and say, so I'll just blow 2 beats and be done. That's the best I can do. No, we'll try to push as far as we can and become as excellent as we can with these. So when you're playing this one, you'll notice you've got those slurs over 3 notes. Do, do, do. Oh, there's 3 right in there. And because it's slurred, we're actually not even going to tongue. Do. We'll change those notes without that. But still with those 6 beats, nice deep breath and a lot of gut breathing in here instead of shoulder breathing. So let's try again and do your best. 12A. Here we go. 1, 2, page 39, 12A. 2, ready. Half note, half note, half note, off. Half note, half note, half note, breathe. 1, 2, 2, breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, off. Glance at those measures. Which little section do you have to hold the longest? I'm looking at the flute book right now. You should be on page 39 looking at 12A. The first set, I see half note, half note, half note. 3 notes, 2 beats each. That's 6. So 6 beats on the first one. Rest. Then half note, half note, half note. 3 beats again. 6 beats. Half note, half note, half note. 3 beats again. 6 beats. And then look at the last one. Half note, whole note. So 2 half notes times 2 beats. That's 4 beats. And then a whole note, we got to hold it for 8 at the end. So let's do that last one. This is the end of 12A. We'll start with that first note of the slur. Half note, 1, 2. This is 8 beats we've got to hold it out. You can do it. Here we go. 1, 2. Last 3 notes, 12A. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off. Do it again. Deep breath. Down here. 1, 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off. Woo! That gives us a little bit more of a demand to hold our breath a nice long time. And that trains our body how to do that in the right way. So use it. It's effective. The other one that I want us to do today, just for a warm-up, is number 23B. 23B. Look at page 39. 23B. It only uses the first 5 notes we ever learned. So if you are an intermediate band student, this is your 2nd year, even 1st year students should be able to play 23B on this. That's not to mean that if you can't play it right now that you stink at your instrument. Remember, I told my daughter this and I told beginner band this earlier today, that when we miss notes or when we're not playing perfectly, it doesn't mean that we stink at something. It means that there's a chance for improvement. And when you start playing that song a couple times and you go a couple days rehearsing it, and then you look back and go, wow, I'm playing it perfectly now, and I used to not be able to. That means that mistakes are opportunities to see improvement. And for you to go, hey, I am getting better. in this. So don't worry about a mistake. If you're not going to play this song correctly, that's okay. We'll work on it together, and then you'll see that you improved. 23B, I'm going to slow down our metronome again. We're going to carefully go through each of these quarter notes. I'm setting our beat at 70 beats per minute. So if you're using a metronome and want to practice the same way later, that's fine. 23B, I see quarter notes, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk, walk, half note. Here we go, nice and slow. 23B. 1, 2, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Stop right there. Good. Stop playing. Let's do it again. I want to go even slower. I'm taking us down to 60 beats a minute. Here we go. 1, 2. Take your time. Ready? 1, 2. 23B. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Big breath. Ready? Keep going. 1, 2, 3. Little jump. Breath and 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 2 measures. Ready? That was the whole song. If you didn't make it all the way to the end, that's okay. We're going to progress and get better at it. Let's look for those measures that maybe we struggled with. I think that the second set caused most opportunity for struggling. This is measure 3. Let's turn off that metronome. Measure 3, this is page 39, number 23B. Measure 3, flutes and trombones, you start with an F up there. Trumpets and clarinets, you started with a G. Saxophones, you started with a D. Right after that first breath mark, we have 4 easy notes, and then a jump down. Watch that closely. Trombones. I see 1, 3, 1, 3, 6, 4, 1. 1, 3, 1, 3, 6, 4, 1. Let's play it together. Just that third and fourth measure. 23B. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Ready, and. I said one more time, but I lied. One more time. Here we go. And the last one. Make this one the best one. 1, 2, ready, good luck. Good. If you've ever had me as a teacher before, you've heard me talk about how to practice at home. And the way to do that is to find these little parts in your music that maybe are a little struggle to you, and you grab that part and you pull it out of the music. And you don't play that song anymore. You play just that little part, and you go beast mode is what I call it, on that one part. And you play those 2 measures. How many times? 50? 100? No. For 5 minutes? For 10 minutes? For 3 hours? No. You play them until you can't get them wrong. All right? For some people, maybe that's 3 or 4 times. For some, maybe it's 10, 11 times. That one's just especially tricky for you. Take it out and go beast mode. And then when you're like, I've got this, then we put it back in the song and start from the beginning. We don't have the time to do that during a rehearsal right now, but that's how you should practice. So when we're finished with this video, come back and watch it later. And do the same thing. Or just come to this page in your book and use that method, and that's going to help you get awesome, okay? 23B, from the beginning. Let's speed it up just a little bit. If you make a mistake, don't worry. You just keep going. Try to come into the next note that is possible for you to come into. We don't want to give up. Page 39, 23B. Sit up nice and straight. Good posture or stand, either one. Don't be lying down on your bed and playing. Here we go. 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 23B. 1, 2. Breath. Little jump now. Breath. Here we go. Breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. If you were able to make it all the way in, put it in the comments. or drop me a line later. Oh, I really struggle with measure, 5 and 6. I didn't know what numbers to do, what fingerings to do, what positions, trombones, or anything like that. I'm happy to help you, so let me know. Today for intermediate band, I thought we would go over one song and one song only, and that is on page, find it, 20. So go in your red book to page 20. Some of you may have played this song before me, and I know that I've heard some of my intermediate students play this. Some of you, maybe this is the first time you've ever looked at this page. It looks daunting a little bit because it's a whole page and because it has a piano accompaniment with it. Whether you've played this song before or not, you're going to get something out of this today because of the way that we're going to talk about it, and I hope to be a help to you. Before we start playing, as you're turning to page 20, Sawmill Creek, let me just mention that at the end of the video, I'm going to talk a lot about a specific website that we're going to start using to record some music, and we need you to record something. I recorded yesterday a YouTube video announcing our special virtual spring concert that our schools are doing. It is super cool. I haven't seen very many videos from a lot of students. I have some who send me lots and a bunch of jumping on it, and they're like, they'll even talk to me in the video. Hey, Mr. Weer, how does this part right here? And I always reply. I always do. This video is a little bit different because I'm going to be splicing them together for a concert for our schools and having different individuals play. So I'll talk about that at the very end. This song, Sawmill Creek, is one of the coolest ones to be able to play for that. So if you've had some experience and done this before, then great, keep it up. If not, this is a really fun one for us to play. First things first. Again, I'm looking at flute music on here. Yours is a little bit different. But I see at the very top of the page, it says flute and piano right here. So in other words, you're going to read just this top line. And then when it's time to go on, you're not going to come down here to the piano lines. You're going to skip down here to this flute line. And so you're always going to play the top part of each of these staves on here. And that makes it a little bit easier to understand and manage on here. The very first thing that I see that causes a problem to students is the repeat sign, or these first and second ending parts. Usually that gives students a little bit of a trickiness to it, and so we have to understand what those are. If you know this already, awesome. If not, then use this as a help. All right, let me make sure this is zoomed in. Okay, what you see, I'm going to hide the other part first. What you see is measure 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then there's a repeat sign in measure 6. And that's going to send us back to 3 because of the backwards repeat sign. And then we'll do 3, 4, 5, and then we skip 6. So it'll be 3, 4, 5, 7 right there. So the way I play right from the very beginning, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 7. The problem that most people do is either they start playing and they skip the repeat sign and keep going, or they'll play 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They'll play that 6 again. So the way that I usually teach it that helps us understand is right here. This phrase, I like pizza, and then there's a repeat sign. I like, now this is the second ending, ice cream. You would never read this, I like pizza ice cream. It's gross. It's nasty. All right? I hope you've never had pizza ice cream on here. All right, I like pizza, I like ice cream. We totally skip that second one so that the phrase makes sense in there. So as you're looking at your music on Sawmill Creek, we're going to do the exact same thing. You see that the piano starts here at the beginning, and then we play 3, 4, 5, 6. It says, here's the first ending and a repeat sign. So go back, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay, so we've got to be able to make that jump in order to do that. Now, let's find some of the hard places. Look at measure 3. Let's start there. Let's look at rhythms first. Can we clap? Let's clap and play and count it. I see walk, running, walk, walk. Let's do it. 1, 2, clap and count. Measure 3. Walk, running, walk, walk. Measure 4. Running, running, walk, walk. Do 4 again. Measure 4. 1, 2, ready, and running, running, walk. Measure 5, walk, running, walk. Measure 6, running, running, half note, back to 3. Ready? Walk, running, walk. Measure 4, running, running, walk. Measure 5, walk, running, walk. Measure 7 now, walk, walk, walk. 7 is so lazy. All right, every other measure has had a lot of eighth notes in here. 7 just starts with kind of this saunter. Bum, bum, bum. So take your time on measure 7. This is page 20 in our red book. Let's start. We'll go nice and slow. We'll take our time. Let's add a metronome into this. I'm putting it at 60. So if you'd like to practice later with a metronome or a Dr. Beat, use 60. This seems to work good for us. Here we go. 1, 2, measure 3. Ready? And walk, running, walk, walk. Running, running, walk, walk. Good. Do that once again. Measure 4 is just a little bit tricky with that run right there. Look at measure 4. Ready? 2. Here we go. Measure 4. And running, running, walk, walk. Again, measure 4. Ready? Deep breath. A lot of air. Running, running. Good. One more time. 4. Running, running. Last time. Ready? Lots of air. Very good. Look at measure 6 now. 6 starts the same run that we did in measure 4, but instead of running all the way down, it stops halfway. It comes right back up. Ba-da-da-da. Like tricks you right in there. Look at measure 6. Ready? 2. Ready and play. Running, running, sneak attack. And it's a half note. 6 again. Ready? And running, running, half note. One more time. Running, running. Back to measure 3. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. If you're struggling with this, remember what we said before. Doesn't mean you stink. It means it's an opportunity for us to see progress in here. So later, you might need to come in here and say, boy, I never played 4 right. Or 6 always got me every time. We'll pull that out. You just go beast mode on measure 4 or measure 6. And then when you can't get it wrong any longer, you're just like, I know this really well. Backwards, forwards, softer, fast, slow, loud, whatever way you do it. Then you can put it back in and get the whole thing correct. Measure 3. Ready? 1, 2, take your time. 1, 2, ready, and walk, running, walk. Here's the run. Walk, walk. 5, walk, running, walk. 6, ready? Running, running, half note. Now the repeat sign sends us back to 3. Ready? And 3. Walk, running, walk. 4, 5, walk, running, walk. Now 7, walk, 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 running, walk. And so we'll stop right there. End of measure 7 starts us a new section in this, okay? Eventually today, I'm going to play the entire thing so that if you've learned this song already and you know how to play it, I want you to be able to have a fun little accompaniment that you can play along with and do that. But for now, we're just walking through carefully. So 3 to 7, it's not super difficult in there, but it does present some challenges in there that you might want to look at. I want you to take a look now at measure 18. Measure 18. Mr. Weer, you skipped some parts. That's right. One of the best ways to practice our music is to look for similar sections and see what we're dealing with. So look at measure 18. 16 and 17, the piano plays by itself. 17. And then 18, you play the same thing you did at 5 and 6. So let's look at it. Here's 18. 1, 2, ready, slow. 19. All right, do it again. 18, 19. 1, 2, ready and play. 18, walk, walk. 19, half note. Now let's keep going. Look at 20. 1, 2, measure 20, ready, play. Walk, running, walk, walk. 21. finally at the end. 24. 24. 1, 2, ready, 24. Walk, running, rest. Don't forget that rest in there. It tricks many a band student in there. 24 and 25. Walk, running, walk, walk. So use that rest. All right, do 24 and 25 with me. Be awesome. 1, 2, 24. Walk, rest. That should be how the ending sounds. Good. So we know 16 to 25 now. We know 1 through 7. So now the only new stuff for us is measure 8 through 15. Okay? Honestly, 8 through 13, 14 are pretty easy for us. The whole style of the song, I think, goes a little smoother. Listen to it. Here's the pickup to 8. I'm starting with the 8 notes on 7, where it says forte. Page 20, measure 7. Here's the 8 notes. Listen to it once. Measure 9, running half note. 10, walk, running 11. Running 12. 13. A lot of repeated notes. Now here's the trickiness starts. 14. That's the weirdness right there. Okay, so measure 8 through 13. I'm going to let you practice on your own at home. Let's us right now work on 15. We'll go backwards, starting with that most difficult part. Page 20, measure 15. We're pulling it out and going beast mode. Okay? Here it is, 1 note at a time, and I'm going to play them as half notes. Here's first note of 15, next note, next note with the accidental. Here we go, measure 15. Ready? Very slow. Play with me. 15. First note, second note, third note, fourth note, and then the half note. Again, ready. First, second, third, fourth, half note. Last time. 1. You'll notice I'm getting just a little bit faster with each one. Not so fast. We're not flying through this, but take your time. Learn each note. Go back to 14 now. Look at measure 14. 1, 2, real slow. Ready? And walk, running 15. Do it again, 14. Ready? 14, ready, and play. Walk. Here we go. 15. There it is. Good. A little bit more up to speed. Remember, and beginner band and I went over this a lot today. When we go faster, we do what? I hope you're one of my students. I hope you remember. When you go faster, you get smaller. Smaller gives you more control. So we don't want to go faster and get really frantic. I got to get real big right here. It's like dribbling a basketball. If you dribble real big like this, you can't do very well. It's when we go small like this that fastness really works well. Okay, so as we get faster, don't play louder. Don't feel like you have to force it. Come back. Move back just a little bit. That's going to make you sound even awesomer. Here we go. 14, one more time. A little bit faster. Keep it smaller. 1, 2, ready? Play. Walk, running 15. That's the idea, okay? We're going back to measure 8 now. We're going to do 8 through 15, and then we'll do the whole song all together. And again, if you're having struggles, don't worry. You can come back and rewatch this after you work some of those trickier measures, and then you'll see yourself improve in this. Here we go. Measure 8. I'm going to start no pickup right on 8. Here we go. Measure 8, page 20. 1, 2, measure 8. Ready? Walk, running 9, running half note. 10. Walk, running 11. Walk, running 12. 2, 3, running 13, running half note. 14. Here it comes. 15. made it. If not, beast mode later, okay? Back to the beginning. The last thing we're going to do it all together, and then I've got that special announcement for you, so stay tuned. Here we go. I see that the instruments have rests, measure 1 and 2. So I'm going to count myself off, and the piano starts, measure 1 and 2. You come in on what measure? 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready? Measure 1. 1, 2. Here we go. Measure 3. 4, 5, 6, back to 3, 4, 5, now 7, walk, 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 running, 8, 2, 3, 9, big breath, 10, 11, running 12, running 13, running half note, 14, 15. Now you get to rest. 17. Now you come in. Here's 18. Ready? Walk. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, big ending. Walk, rest. Hit those last two with those accents. That's the right idea. One more time, beginning to end. If you're an intermediate student and you've played this a bunch before, this one's for you. Let's speed it up and have some fun with it. I'm going to count less. I'm going to call out less. I'll just call out a little bit. Here we go. Measure 1. Bum, 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 bum. 1. I start. 2. 1, 2. Ready? Measure 1. Ready? Measure 3. 4. 5. 6. Back to 3. 4. 5. 7. And 8. And 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. Good luck. Woo! 17. Now your turn. 18. Bum, bum, bum. 19. Bum, bum, bum. 20. 22. 3. 4. Rest. Woo! That is a fun one, okay? I'm glad that you enjoy it. It is very much one that can be enjoyed and have a good time with. Again today, if you're not up to that speed, if you're not up to playing it perfectly, don't worry. It's an opportunity for you to see improvement in yourself. Not to blame you, oh, I stink at this, I can't get it. You'll get it. It's okay. Big announcement. Yesterday, I released that YouTube video announcing our virtual spring concerts, and we need your help with this. It is one of the funnest assignments that we're going to do together as a band, and I need you to be a part of it, because if I only get 2 videos from people, it's going to be a lousy concert in there. First of all, you know me, I'm not going to embarrass you, and if there's a wrong note or something, I'm not going to have your face up there playing a wrong note, and oh, look, oh, Bill made a mistake, you know, whoever Bill is in there. I'm going to be able to edit this and make it sound good altogether in there, but we need your videos. So the best way to do this, you can't just play the song and mail it in. You need to listen to a click track. And so we've made click tracks. I've made click tracks at this website and made them look, it's like an app on there. So if you go here on your phone or on your computer, it'll have a couple announcements right at the first page. It'll show you a demonstration that you need to listen with headphones or ear pods or whatever you use to the click track. You'll hear it play. It'll say, here we go, number 17, 1, 2, ready. It'll walk you right through it. And then you'll start playing and somebody else films you without hearing that click track. Okay, so it explains everything on the video. My YouTube video will be right on there. And then at the bottom of this website right here, it has, it'll say band clips or keyboard clips on there, or accompaniments on there. And you can pick which song you want to play for the concert on there. If you're an intermediate band student, let me challenge you. Underneath band songs, there's one that I recorded just yesterday called Lean on Me. It's one that Honor Band has used a lot. Think about how important that is right now for parents and families and schools to hear, just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. This idea of us being together, at 6 foot distance right now. But I really need some intermediate and advanced students recording that song in particular. So when you click on band accompaniment, scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see Lean on Me. It's got the music available. You can download it right there. And you can listen to my piano track while somebody records you playing. So go here. And all the videos are due next week. So take some time today. Look through the songs, start practicing, take a day or two to get used to them a little bit, and then send me your recording so that we can sound awesome and have that for years to come. It'll be our first virtual one. I'm so glad you joined us for today. Keep making music, keep enjoying yourself, and have an awesome weekend. We'll see you next time, okay? Bye.